Welcome, my strong and powerful Aries. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. This is your October 2020 reading. If this is the first time you've tuned into my channel, I offer free mini readings for all new subscribers. So if you've got a question about this particular reading or something that this reading doesn't cover, just click the subscribe button and ask your question in the comments below. Or if you'd like to keep it out of the public forum, email me and I'll be happy to shuffle my cards and answer you via email. If you're already a subscriber and you'd like a private reading, just contact me via email as well, and I'll be absolutely happy to go into detail about how that works. Happy Halloween for everyone who follows Halloween. It's going to be an exciting month. We're coming to the end of this tumultuous 2020. So I hope you have fun and enjoy your Halloween. But let's get into your October reading. So this month I am seeing is going to be quite a significant one in terms of your self-development. And you yourself, your soul, I'm really feeling like this is going to be a little bit of an intense month for you. Now, I feel that you, Aries, you've really gone through some quite heartbreaking moments and moments that have really been filled with sadness for you. And I'm seeing that in October, there is going to be a lot of healing for you going on regarding this pain. Now, these are just general meanings, so take from these what resonates for you, but I'm feeling like this could be something to do with a past relationship, and I am seeing Aries and Capricorn here, or fire sign and earth sign. So if you were in a relationship that has really affected you in the past, I'm feeling like there's a lot of healing that needs to be going on regarding this, or regarding a relationship that you could still be involved in. But, it's almost like you are haunted by this pain, and it's really trapping you. It's trapping you, and it's not allowing you to move forward. But the message for you this month is recovering from sorrow. You really basically just need time, and you need forgiveness. And, you've got to allow yourself. There's no set time for you to get over any past hurts or pain that has that you've been carrying for a long time. But I'm feeling like in October you are really getting to that place where you are going to be leaving that behind. You are just going to turn your back on any of that tumultuous situation, that pain, that negativity, and you are going to be moving on to something wonderful, something peaceful, and something more in tune to where you want to be. So that's quite exciting. We all want to move away from anything that is holding us back or trapping us. But the message again is forgiveness of yourself as well as others is really important. And it's an important step in finding that happiness. So if you're holding on to something that you feel an error in judgment that you've made, or bad choices that you've made in the past, and you're still hanging on to that with regret, let it go. And the Three of Swords is a card of healing. So I'm feeling that you are letting this sadness go. You are really going to be moving forward in October. Now, as I mentioned, you have the King of Wands here. Now, the King of Wands is you, Aries. You know, this is that beautiful, charismatic, charming, inspiring person that motivates others to do amazing things. And I'm feeling like you are really, you have such incredible leadership skills, and you are going to be taking charge of your life and your healing and your pain and your, you know, where you are in your life. And you are just going to be moving forward in October. Now, also, you know, I'm seeing in October that there's a lot of, you've got like a lot of vision and ability to focus to get the job well done. So, to get a job well done. And this can relate to your day-to-day job as well, but it can also relate to getting, I'm really seeing that this is personal development is the kind of main theme or the energy that I'm feeling. So I'm feeling like this, you are taking charge of your life and your emotions and, you know, your work, and you're really going to be focused to get things done efficiently in October. And this can also, a message for some, this can represent a person as well in your life. So another fire sign that is Aries, Saggy, or Leo that is coming in, and they are going to be coming into your life in October to really give you some assistance. So if you do have someone that comes into your life like this, make sure that you really graciously accept it, because there is no weakness in accepting assistance from people that can really guide you and help you out. Now, in October again, you know, this, you've really, you've got the Five of Cups. Now, the Five of Cups is, again, it's a challenging card regarding emotions. And the message of the Five of Cups is sometimes you can't always see what is best for you. Particularly with Aries, you have such drive, such ambition. You can see the future that you want. And sometimes when things don't turn out the way that you've envisioned they would, it becomes quite emotionally burdensome for you. But you've got the Moon card there, so this is kind of saying you're not seeing the whole picture. Things aren't, there isn't clarity for you regarding this emotional situation that you're feeling quite heavy and stuck in and sad about. But, you know, I often hate hearing this, but, you know, you don't actually see what is coming for you and what is there for you and what you have sometimes. So you really have to have patience and try and look at things in a different perspective, because the Five of Cups, always traditionally the imagery is someone with 5 cups around them, and, you know, 3 of the cups are spilled, but right behind you are those 2 full cups of emotion and love that you just don't see, because you're so focused on the cups that have spilled in front of you and what is gone and what is perhaps lacking or what you feel is lacking. But you have such love and there for you, and it's around you. You just need to really refocus your mind and your heart, and believe that this situation that you are going through is going to serve you well in the long run. So just keep that in mind, Aries. Don't let it get you down. The moon, as I mentioned, the moon sometimes talks about things that aren't clear. The light of the moon, we could be looking at something in the light of the moon and it doesn't look the same as it does in the daylight. And therefore, there isn't that clarity around your emotional situation that you are really seeking. But one thing that the moon does talk about is intuition and, psychic visions and nighttime dreams. And you really need to focus on any of those messages that are coming through for you intuitively or psychically. And, ask yourself, what is your subconscious trying to tell you? Is there something more here than meets the eye? And, I can see that you're feeling insecure or uncertain about something, but these are irrational fears, Aries, and you're worrying unnecessarily. It's really, you just need to wait for the daylight and the light of truth will be revealed to you. And you are protected as well. You've got the Four of Swords right under the moon. So you have this this bubble of protection around you. You are safe. But I'm jumping all over the place here, but just know that the answers that you seek are going to come to you. They will. Now in October there might be some travel for you, just going on a journey, or could be for work. But this can also speak about a metaphorical journey. You are really, as I previously mentioned, you are really going to turn your back on all of that stuff that is dragging you down, all of that negativity, all of that pain from your past that you are still feeling, that's still affecting you. You are really just going to be traveling and journeying to somewhere beautiful, away from that whole stuff, away from all of that that heavy, burdensome. You're moving on, and you've got the opportunity. It's almost like there is an opportunity for you in October to allow you to move on. And the Six of Swords always talks about that light at the end of the tunnel. So you are so close, Aries. Don't give up. It's almost like there's like stress that you've been carrying is really going to fall away, and you're going to be able to see things in the light of a brand new day. As I mentioned with the moon, when the moon goes, the sun rises, and the light is completely different, and it illuminates things for you. Now, you're definitely going to be getting some wonderful messages. You have the Page of Pentacles there. Now, as I said, this can represent an earth sign. So this is normally the card I would use to represent Capricorn, but this is any earth sign. And when but the message of the page, and most pages are the messengers of the deck, and the Page of Pentacles is always the one you want to see, because they are bringing good news coming to you. And it's really positive information, and it could be about your finances, about your career. And it also talks about being fascinated with an entirely new subject, or you might want to, be getting some study. You might want to go back to school, or just really broaden your knowledge about a particular subject that really interests you and fascinates you. And the page also talks about this sense of restlessness, but that can be really good because feeling restless pushes you to change and go in other directions, which are going to be way more beneficial for you. But I'm feeling like in October again, you're really eager to do something meaningful or challenging that challenges you in your life. And this is really the direction I'm feeling like October is taking. And then you've got the Hierophant, and this again is makes me feel why you are really wanting to delve into something more spiritual, a lot deeper. And it's almost like you're being called upon to take, a more traditional route, tried and true methods. That's what the Hierophant does talk about. But also the Hierophant talks about considering the broader implications of your actions. So really, again, I'm coming back to this. You're questioning yourself. You're questioning the way you should deal with certain situations. But you're also, I feel like, being asked to think outside of the box a little bit and do things your own way. And, Aries are such strong people. You don't have any problem with going against the grain and doing things your own way. You always have that inner knowing, and you know what's best for you. So do things the way that are going to suit you and work well for you. But, again, the Hierophant strengthens the message of the moon, where you need to be listening to your intuition and really developing it. You guys are quite intuitive, quite psychic. So if you have any interest in spiritual, whatever your spirituality is, if you want to delve into that further, I feel like October is a really good month for you to be going in that direction. Now, the Hierophant also talks about spending time with like-minded individuals who can help you develop that spiritual gift of yours. So I'm seeing a lot of that, and these could be reflected in those people, that King of Wands or the Page of Pentacles. These could be people in your life in October that are going to be really helping you develop that side of your skills. And, you might feel yourself being called to something, called to go to, spiritual institutions or schools or, somewhere where you can grow along with other people who feel the same way that you do, And this is just a side message for some as well. If you are feeling constrained by rules that have been imposed on you by society or your family or your group of friends, it's like these rules no longer serve you anymore, and you are really going to cast off that stuff, and you're almost going to be guided to a path that you really want to follow, and that brings you a sense of joy and peace and happiness in October. That's really really strongly coming through for you. Now, the four, and so we don't end, we've still got one more card, but the traditional tarot, you end with the Four of Swords, and this is that card, as I said, where you are protected. You are in this safe space, and you know, you've gone through the challenges, you've gone through the heartbreak, you've gone through the emotional pain and that burdensome feeling. And October is really where you take the time to rest. And this could be going to someone's place that you feel really relaxed at, or sort of going to somewhere where you can just close the door and shut out the outside world, and you are able to really rejuvenate. It's almost like you may be mentally or physically or even emotionally exhausted, and you're really able to sort of go, you know, go to that place where you're away from all of those daily, day-to-day challenges. And another thing that the Four of Swords can talk about is you are really reaching a point where you are making some major life decisions, but you kind of need more time before you actually finalize any decision. You need that rest and recuperation. Now, the Four of Swords again talks about meditation, quietening the soul, quietening the mind, and getting the answers that you really seek. And this kind of leads into your final card, and that is dwelling in the truth. And the affirmation for this card is, I stand in the light of truth. Now, I'm just going to read the messages from the book. Now, this card says, the soul loves the truth. Be honest with yourself and listen to your inner guidance. Follow it by speaking your truth. To thine own self be true. You radiate the energy of truth to others so that they can find their truth as well. Wow. You are like that, Aries. You are like a leader, and you can be that shining light for others as well. The universe wants you to know there is a place inside of you that always knows the truth. Take time to be still, to discover that genuine place of knowing within. Often the hardest thing about living your truth is discovering what it is. So it's important to slow down, be quiet, and listen to the whispers of your soul. If there's an area of your life in which you are not being authentic, or where you're not living in integrity, this is the time to make some changes. Wow, and that actually links in with the Four of Swords, where it's saying you need to go to that quiet place and meditate and really focus, turn the focus more onto you and onto your inner knowing. So I hope that resonated with you, Aries. Have a wonderful month. For those of you that are interested in crystals, check out my website at kazana.com.au. There are beautiful crystal pieces there, all handmade, one-off pieces, designed and made by an Australian designer. So check those out if you are interested. Have a wonderful month, guys. Bye. Love you.